stand here tonight breathing a big sigh of relief. Thank you, Iowa. I want you to know I will keep doing what I have done my entire life. I will keep standing up for you. I will keep fighting for you. I will always work to achieve the America that I believe in, where the promise of that dream that we hold out to our children and our grandchildren never fades, but inspires generations to come. Join me. Let's go win the nomination. Thank you all, and God bless you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, joining us now is Webb Hubbell, our friend, author of Ginger Snaps, former Assistant Attorney General of the United States in the Clinton administration, and a former law partner of Hillary Clinton. And as I mentioned, the author of Ginger Snaps, there it is on your TV screen. Hello, Webb.
Hello, Steve. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well. Good to talk to you as always. So, she eked it out. I don't know how she knew she would eke it out at that point, and there's been some talk about that, but let's put that aside. Is a 0.2% victory over a devout socialist considered a victory?
Absolutely. She won the game by 1 point. She made the free throw at the end.
All right. So having said that, she, in her speech, described herself as a progressive who gets things done. Do you believe she said that because she saw the writing on the wall? She saw by how little she beat Bernie, although Bernie isn't even conceding defeat yet, and she realizes now going into New Hampshire where she's way behind, she has to reposition and make people understand that at least she's saying she's a progressive?
I think she is a progressive. Certainly she's a progressive if you compare her against the Republican nominees.
Well, I mean, I don't know. There are some who argue that she is, a progressive who just recently came on board with gay marriage, who just recently, changed her position on many issues. And it just seems to me, and of course voted for the Iraq War, where Sanders didn't. I mean, it's hard to define her past as progressive.
Well, we all, circumstances cause us to rethink and to change our mind. I would hate to have a president of the United States who is so rigid that they're not willing to change their mind.
All right, so where do you think Hillary goes from here? What do you think happens in New Hampshire? I mean, Bernie Sanders is way, way ahead. Do you think he wins New Hampshire?
I don't know. I'm not in New Hampshire. I believe it's going to be a lot closer than the current polls. New Hampshire has a tendency to surprise people. Probably both Bernie and Hillary will come away announcing they won, just like they did in Iowa, and we'll go on to South Carolina. It's going to be a long fight, and I think that's good for Hillary.
So you don't think she has anything in the bag, the nomination at this point?
No, and I would school her staff never to think in those terms. You take it one game at a time, and that's the way you win. She becomes a better candidate if she has a tough opponent.
Okay, let me ask you about the investigation. I mean, she has poo-pooed it. The White House actually. What do you think of the White House weighing in the other day through Josh Earnest and saying he doesn't believe she's the target of the investigation? He doesn't believe she's likely to be indicted. Is that appropriate behavior for the President of the United States while there's an ongoing investigation?
Well, he's entitled to his own personal opinion, but there used to be hard and fast rules that the only people who could have contact with the Justice Department was the White House counsel, and they couldn't even have any contact on individual cases. So I'd be surprised if Josh Earnest had conversations with the Justice Department, and in fact disappointed if he did, about an individual case.
Well, you say Earnest, but Earnest, of course, is a spokesman of the president. So would you be equally as disappointed if the president had conversations with someone in justice? Does that apply, what you just said about Earnest, does that apply to Obama too?
I would find it very troubling if Obama had conversations with the Justice Department about an individual case. And I think there have always been strong lines, even when we were at Justice. In fact, Phil Hyman set up this procedure I'm talking about.
Right. All right. So where do you think we're headed? I know it's just a guess, but do you think either Hillary or someone close to her, someone involved with the server, somebody is going to get in trouble here?
If you mean get in trouble,
Indicted.
And indicted, I'm going to say no. If I think there's going to be some changes that need to be made, yes.
All right. Webb, always great to talk to you, sir. Thank you very much.
Good to talk to you. Have a great day.
You too. Webb Hubbell, ladies and gentlemen. Give Me 5 is next, and more Hillary. Don't go away.